that is a problem because mom took me to a therapist in second grade. I was like 6, I was like 7, and my heart just like, I remember my heart sank. Like literally my heart sank so fucking, and everyone here is a fucking liar going, stand the fuck up. Because genuinely, like, you deserve to be proud of yourself. Just because you are disgusting doesn't mean I should. What the fuck are you talking? It's a rule of thumb. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, and today I'm going to be talking about different things. So today I wanted to talk about what you should do and how to get how to basically build connections with people and make friends when you are a really good person. I know it's hard, it's hard, but I'm gonna give you all the answers. I'm gonna give you because I've been struggling my entire life, and that just because I didn't know what are the rules, and I feel like it's really different for every kind of person. But if you're just know that I'm gonna describe what kind of person this advice is gonna be for, and if you're this kind of person, then this might work for you. So if you are extremely kind, if you are understanding, if you are forgiving, if you are the kind of person who has never in your entire life, betrayed someone, cheated on someone, if you're just a fucking good person who doesn't have fucking issues, and if you are caring and empathetic, and people take advantage of you, and people see that you are a kind person, and then they use that, or you have been used in the past, or if you have a tendency of being a people pleaser and being overly nice, or accepting something when actually you don't really want to do that, or you don't think this kind of behavior is good for you, all of these things, they may be a sign of your insecurities, and it's something that you should work on. But then another thing is that you may just be a very good person. You just may be a very fucking kind and good person, and it's not something you need to change, okay? It's actually the biggest strength of yours, and I'm gonna tell you why right now, okay? So I feel when I was a little child, my parents raised me really kind. They just they did a good job in that kind of sense, because they were we gonna literally make this girl nicest, literally kindest person on planet Earth, literal fucking goddess walking on planet Earth, and being nice, and she's gonna understand and forgive everyone, and everyone's gonna, I guess, take advantage of that, and that is a problem because when that happens, when you are kind and nice, and you go into the world and being kind and nice, and then it turns out not everyone's gonna treat you right, you kind of first you just don't even know what to do. You don't know how to handle that. You don't know what does it mean. You don't know how to kind of operate in that sort of world where you were nice to someone and it turned out they were lying to you all the time, or you wanted someone and it turned out they fucking backstab you, and you're what? And so I just kind of recently remembered the kind of friendship stories that I had. So my first ever best friend that was in school, it's I don't even know, traumatized me for life, probably because I don't remember that much, but we became friends in first grade, and then they literally I don't even know what was happening, why was it happening, but I remember I would cry every day. I would come back home and cry out of exhaustion, and my mom would ask me what's happening, why are you crying, and I'd be I don't know, I really don't know. And then it turned out it was really because of that fucking bitch. That was my friend, but guys, she was actually a fucking bitch, and she was just manipulating me all the time and all of that, and I was oh, okay. And so it was in second grade, and I literally went to a therapist. My mom took me to a therapist in second grade. I was 6, I was 7 years old. And I remember she asked me to I felt so awful. I felt I was, I don't know, abused, literally abused. I don't even remember what was happening. What was our relationship? It's been a while, but I remember the strong feelings that were associated with it. And it's kind of sad. I don't know what she told me on the daily basis. Why we're even friends? I don't know. But I remember that I think I was just constantly doing the things that she wanted to do. And I guess, yeah, it's my fault. I did not stand up for myself. I don't know why I would ever want to be her friend, but it was awful. Anyway, basically, my mom took me to a therapist, and the therapist was can you, so there was, so I was a little kid, right? And there's like clay and like, you know, colored plastilin, and she asked me to make something that, you know, you associate with this girl, with this friendship, and then we're gonna like throw it away. And I made like a huge ball of like black plastilin, like this like fucking black liquid whatever. And she was like, yes, that's what I feel about her. And then like I threw it away in the garbage, and then I never talked to that girl again. Tweaking. Then in fourth grade, so I didn't have any friends in like third grade, and then in fourth grade there was a new girl in our class, and she came from another city that was smaller than mine, and she looked nice and she seemed nice, and I was like, oh, that's great, like she could be my friend. And so we started talking, and yes, she wanted to be my friend, and that was great, and we were like kind of besties during the fourth grade, and it was cool and it was awesome, and I thought it was amazing. And then well, because I was a little child and my parents were like overprotective, I never like went anywhere really. I didn't hang out with people during the summer break. So summer break I didn't see her, and then next year comes the fifth grade. I come to the class, right? I come to school, and like I'm like, what the fuck? Everyone is now wearing bags. Everyone uses makeup. Everybody now cusses, and I'm like literally 10. I'm like, what do you mean? And I come up to that girl, and like we just had like in a group of girls, and that was like the first day of school, fifth grade, right? And I think she's my bestie. You know, like, yeah, we didn't see each other during the summer, but I think still like we're besties. And then she kind of like, and like, mind you, I trust her, right? I have been to her like house. We hanged out a lot, you know. Yes, we didn't hang out during summer, but still we didn't hang out a lot, and I thought we were best friends. And then she takes me like to the side, and she's just like, could you please stop pulling me around like a tail? And I feel like in that moment, my heart just like, I remember my heart sank. Like literally my heart sank so fucking low. Because I realized like she doesn't give a fuck about me like at all. Like she doesn't give a fuck. And I was like, I had like two options. Either I start crying right now and become really upset and like, I don't know, run away. Or I just act as if I don't care. And so obviously I don't want to be embarrassed. So I took the second path, and I was just like, okay. And I swear to God, in that moment, my heart space closed for forever for people, I think, because I was so shook with her fucking behavior, which is like, okay, it's just a girl in your class, but like, I thought we were best friends. And I remember from that day on, I was like, I don't fucking trust anyone. Everyone's just a fucking bitch and a liar, and everyone can suck my dick. Like, I was like, you all, I don't like give a single fuck about you. Like, I remember I was going to school, I was sitting in my class, seeing all these people, and I could not care less. I could not care less. You all can talk about your back, behind your back, about anyone you want, fucking gossip around. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm done with trying to be friends with people. But that was like still not the last time I was done. Because then I always think this mistake. Another new girl comes in our class, and like, okay, maybe she's a good person. And no. She's going to be contaminated with the same fucking bitches that were in the class. Okay? So this new girl comes in class. It was in sixth grade, I think. And she is like, again, she's a good person. She's kind. She's sweet. She's not gossiping around like everyone else. And I'm like, oh, wait, we should be friends. There's something good going on, right? And we start talking. And again, these like groups of like popular people, whatever, where my last like previous bestie was now in, they would like, I don't know why they thought they had the authority, but they would tell me to not be friends with her because she's like a bad person, whatever. And I'm like, guys, literally, I don't give a fuck about you. I actually want to be friends with her. And then once they realized like, yeah, she's a fucking cool bitch, you know what they did? They literally like adopted her as if like, you know, yeah, she was always a part of our group. Like, we literally love her. And that girl, like, I'm like, yeah, like, great, fun, amazing. Now we can all be, like, I guess a part of this group or whatever. Even though, like, girl, I'm just telling you, like, they fucking liars and gossipers, and those shouldn't be trusted. Like, they're all fucking bad people. And she did not believe me, and she's ended up being friends with them and stopped being friends with me. And I was like, okay, I got it. Actually, I retire. I'm never gonna try again. Actually, retire right the fuck now. And then I was like, okay, this is it. I switched schools. Like, it's over for me in this school. Nothing could ever happen in this school. I switched schools. It was not the only reason, but it was actually a huge reason of why I switched schools. So I switched schools, and actually the class in that new school is like better. Like it's actually sane people. I'm like, whoa. That is surprising. Not everyone here is a fucking bitch. Not everyone here is a fucking liar who wants to backstab you and like literally leave you on like this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's cool. And so the first time I was 7th grade, I was set with this girl, and we just become besties. And she was probably my first like real best friend, and we were friends for like 3 years. And I really cherished the friendship, but unfortunately it became really toxic at some point, and we just like, we started being friends when I was 12, she was 13, and then it was like, she was 16, I was 15. Like we changed a lot, and we ended up in different classes, and eventually like it just all went to shit. I don't want to go there because it was like actually probably one of the most traumatizing events of my life, because it was like one of those times when, we'd stop being friends, but we'd still be in the same class, and it was like kind of painful. And eventually I would think about her for, I think, the next 5 years. I would think about her actually like almost on the daily basis. And it was crazy. Anyway, guys, so this is like my little story of friendships when I was in school, and it kind of like shows why I ended up being extremely isolated or just not good with people for a long time. Now, here is my advice for you. If you are the people pleaser, if you are the too kind and forgiving, if you're the kind of person who has never pressed a dislike on a video, if you are the kind of person who has never told someone a gossip you shouldn't have told, if you have never done any of these things, and like you don't think you're like a fucking hero for that, you just think it's fucking normal human being behavior, then here's my advice for you guys, because it's hard out there. Like it's fucking brutal out there. People gonna fucking stab you all around. But you also need to stay kind and vulnerable, even though they do, okay? Because you cannot close your heart space. You cannot become a fucking bitch and loser like all of those bitches are, okay? We cannot allow that. You cannot become dead inside. You cannot become numb. You cannot become like, I don't care about people, because that is what they want. That is what they want, because that's what they already are. They are losers who don't give a fuck about others. And do you want that? No. I think your empathy and your forgiveness and your cherishedness is amazing. And here's what I had like a problem, guys, with when I've realized like I'm being mistreated. I need to protect myself somehow, but I really didn't want to be mean. I really didn't want to be mean, didn't want to like end up in conflicts and like scream at people or whatever. Like I didn't want to become like them. But it seemed to me that the only way to kind of like protect myself is to become a bitch, just like they are, like just become a fucking bad loser who's gonna stab everyone behind the backs and also cheat, and I don't know, like how like the whole idea of like, oh, women should treat men just like they treat women. I'm like, yeah, but I actually don't want to end up like you though. Like it's not my fucking responsibility to be a fucking bad person. I actually don't want to do that. So guys, here's my advice for you of what to do if you are a good person and it's hard out there, okay? Now, but you don't want to become a bad person, okay? Like you don't want to like be like those. First thing you need to realize, you have to have a strong cut-off game. You have to know your worth. You have to realize that as a good person, your biggest power and your biggest strength is your presence, okay? The fact that someone is talking to you, the fact that someone is your friend, the fact that someone is in communication with you is their fucking blessing. Like, just think about it. You are such a fucking good person. You treat everyone right. You forgive people. You understand people. You sit there and listen to their problems. You have empathy. You have understanding. You have fucking compassion. Those bitches and losers that treat you bad don't have that. And that is their fucking issue. It's not yours. You are gold, okay? You're worthy. You are diamond in the market of like human connections, and they're nothing. And so obviously their only power when it comes to keeping you in their lives is manipulation, and that's what they fucking do. Now, you don't manipulate people, at least not on purpose. What do you have to do to protect yourself if you don't want to become a bitch and a loser? Cut off game. You have to understand, there is a kind person out there for you. There's a kind of person walking the planet Earth right now who's going to give you all the love and understanding and passion that you are giving to this shitty fucking asshole. Like, I'm sorry, but this is not what you should be doing. Stand the fuck up. Like, you have to understand that if you cut people off who don't treat you right, you are not only serving yourself, but you're also serving the future person is going to be with you, and you are serving those people because those losers should be with the other losers, okay? Like, the thing is, people deserve each other. If someone is a bad person, they should be with a bad person and not with the kind person that you are. And I know it's hard because you're so compassionate and you feel bad for them, and it's okay. It's okay to feel bad for them. It's okay to feel bad for them. You, like, getting out of their lives, sparing them because they are struggling right now, okay? They are being your friend and they see how good of a person you are and how kind you are and how forgiving you are, and they cannot be like this. Unfortunately, they're not. And it's like bad. Like, I know people become like that, not on purpose, okay? Like, it happens. And it's like bad for them because they're fucking jealous of you. They look at you and how fucking good you are as a person, and they're like, shit, I want to be like her, but they can't, okay? Or I want to be like him, okay, guys? So you need to fucking know your worth, and if a person mistreats you, blocked, forgotten. That's it, guys. That's it, guys. Because I'm the kind of person who's like, listen, if you do me dirty, I'm gonna cry about it for years. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, like I'm gonna cry about it for years. But at the same time, you will never hear from me again. No, sorry. Like, the disrespect was too fucking much, and my pride is something that I will never fucking lose, okay? Guys, you need to have some sort of pride in yourself because genuinely, like, you deserve to be proud of yourself. If you're a good person, you deserve to be proud of yourself. Especially if you were mistreated so many times and you're still a good person and you still don't go out there and break anybody else's hearts. You are literally gold. You're a diamond. You are the best. And like, the problem is those fucking losers make you think that you are shit, that you are unworthy, that you are just like no one, because it's like, oh, you're like so soft, or you're so forgiving. Shut the fuck up. Just because you are disgusting doesn't mean I should be disgusting, okay? Oh my god. Now, this one I already told, but yeah, you need to understand your biggest power is your presence, okay? And I think that is like, a lot of people don't understand that because the people that are not good people, their biggest power is not their presence. Their biggest power is being able to manipulate, okay? And that's why a lot of people play games, They play games as in like, they try to, make someone believe that they are worthy more than they actually are. It's like, that's why people play games. That's why people play games in relationships. In the business world, it's all about like the perceived value, not the actual value, right? But as a good person, you don't need to play those games because there's only one rule you need to know, and that is your presence. Your presence is everything. And you also have to understand that sometimes those people, they don't understand that you have a strong cut of game, okay? Some people don't understand that if they mistreat you, you are going to go away. And it's like, bitch, you really thought I was going to stay in your life? You are ridiculous. And you have to understand, like, it's their loss. Listen, if you are a good person, you don't need to worry about anything. I'm not talking about relationships specifically. I'm talking about, like, any fucking place. It could be in friendships. It could be in, like, I don't know, like, basically, if you know you are genuine and you are authentic, why would you care about a bitch and loser who wasn't fucking good to you? Think about it. Anyway. Now, this one is a really, really important point, and this is what is going to help you to save your kindness and vulnerability and openness, because I used to make this mistake a lot when I was a child. When I would be mistreated by people, and that happened like many, many times, I would become resentful, right? And I would be like, you do this to me? You're so fucking dirty. Okay, everyone is a bitch. Okay, everyone is a liar. Okay, I'm not gonna talk to anyone. You know how I said, like, after in 5th grade, this girl, just like out of randomness that I thought was my bestie, just decided like, stop being my friend because she's like, no, you like just like following me around. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, so my point is, guys, you have to understand, if someone mistreats you, that says only one thing about the world, and that is this person is shitty. That's it. That doesn't give you any information or clue about any other person on the planet Earth. Everyone is different. Don't fucking generalize. Just because someone has mistreated you doesn't mean someone else will. Like, it literally doesn't. You know, the only thing that it means, if this person mistreats you or treats you dirty, they will do it again. They did it once, they're gonna do it again. I'm just saying, it's the fucking rule of thumb. It's the rule of thumb, because they're just like not a good person. And bad, it's sad, like, but it's okay because you don't actually need to be with them. Strong out of game. Guys, remember that. Remember that. You have to understand that literally you become a victim of your own mindset when you think, when someone like mistreats you or treats you badly, and you start thinking, oh, everyone is like that. Like, okay, granted, it is true sometimes. It is in terms of like, if for example you're in a certain environment, like a class, right, and there's one person who mistreats you, probably most likely the friends of this person are also going to be shitty people because they're all like in the same lurking like toxic mindsets, right? And they don't know what it means to be a good person, and their entire relationship is just manipulation and abuse and toxicity, right? You have to understand that it's like, even though it sometimes kind of like happens this way because you are in a one environment, especially when you're a little child and you're like in school or somewhere else. But once you become an adult, once you grow up, once you go out into the world, you can meet so many different people. And there are 7 billion people on the planet Earth, guys, okay? The people that are in your class, you may never see them again once you fucking graduate, right? They don't matter. They don't matter. They don't give a single fuck about you, and you shouldn't be giving a single fuck about them either, okay? They don't matter. So just because someone mistreats you right now in your class, if it's happening, like, they're losers. Like, I'm sorry, they're fucking losers, and they're gonna keep being losers for the rest of their lives because they are like that. And it's not your problem, it's not your issue, okay? If you are a kind person, if you are a good person, if you're forgiving it, listen, cut off game. Listen, cut off game. Like, I need you to remember that, but you also need to remember that it doesn't tell you anything about anyone else, okay? Like, just because this happens right now doesn't mean that everyone will do this for the rest of your life. Like, it's just not the truth. It's just not the truth. If anything, it's probably less likely to be true because of, like, the people in your class or, like, people in your environment currently are mistreating you, and you will want to get out of that place, right? And you're going to end up in another place, and that place is going to be better. It's going to be the opposite of where you are right now, and that place is going to be filled with better people. And by better people, I mean nicer people. I mean kinder people. I mean more understanding people. I mean all of these things. So you guys, just don't fall into the trap of like, oh, you do me dirty, everyone will do me dirty. No, they won't. No, that person will. Other people will not, okay? And if someone else does again, like, it's okay. Cut off them again. Like, it's kind of like, it's like, it's hard, but it's like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world, and at the end of the day, I guarantee you not 7 billion people on the planet Earth are gonna mistreat you, okay? Because you exist. Let's start with that. You exist, I exist. Kind people are out there. I can say for sure, kind people are out there, okay? And even if you were mistreated your entire life so far, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be like this forever. No, it doesn't mean anything. It literally doesn't. Okay, well, and the last point, which kind of like comes from the previous point, is that it's not going to kill you. Like, you have a strong cut of game. You need to be able to let go of people. You know, you need to be able to be like, oh shit, I thought you were my best friend. Oh, I thought you were my love of my life. I thought you were this. I thought you were that. But then turns out it's not the truth. You need to be okay with it. And how do you do that? You understand it's not going to kill you. Listen, first, no people hurting you, no person hurting you can kill you. And I'm saying like obviously, like, if it's not somebody who's actually like a maniac who's there to fucking murder you, like, that's another situation. But I'm saying, like, people being disrespectful to you is not going to kill you unless you allow it. Okay? It's not actual murder. It's just in your head. It's not going to kill you, so it's okay. Second, you need to be able to process your feelings, and you need to be able to be okay with showing your feelings to yourself and to other people. And you have to become okay with pain. And you have to become okay with crying about people being shitty. Because unfortunately, it is what it is. And of course, as a kind person, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you, and you will feel a lot of pain. But it's okay too. But it's okay. Okay, guys? Like, it's something that I feel like you need to go through to sometimes let go of someone, you know, just to purge that, to let go of all of your delusions and all of the future visions that you had, all of that. Like, it's a necessity, but it's worth it. It's needed. It's important. And then you just become a better version of yourself. So it's okay. Anyway, guys, these were all my points, actually. These were all my points for today. Sorry if it was extra emotional. I'm just like very passionate about this specific topic. And I also believe that, like, you guys, I've just struggled my entire life with this, and I feel like I only recently kind of nailed down like a really nice formula of what is actually supposed to be happening when you are too good of a person. Like, because I just didn't want to be a fucking bitch. Didn't want to be a fucking bitch. And I was like, shit. But like every single time something bad would happen to me, I'm like, is this the day I become a bitch? Like, is this the day? Because I can become, like, it's actually not that hard. You think it's like hard to be a bad person? I think it's hard to like, just not care about anyone. But actually for me it's hard. Like for me it's hard because I just so like, it's almost like I'm going against my nature when I do that. I'm like, I can't. I have so much empathy for everyone. It's fucking killing me inside. But anyway, guys, I feel like I just realized that you need to put yourself first all the time. You need to know that it's not the end of the world. Whatever's happening is not the end of the world. And you need to understand that your biggest power is your presence in somebody's life. And if somebody doesn't respect that, doesn't value that, doesn't treat you the way you should be treated, then they go and fuck themselves. Okay? It's simple. Okay, guys. I just kind of wanted to hype you up because I feel like, okay, one important point that I had is that I feel like a lot of the time, people that are kind, people that are forgiving, people that are, that care about others are being put down by the losers who call them softies, who call them, or you're too fucking like kind. Like you need to just like stand up. Like you need to stand up. Like all of that, And it's like it's true, you need to stand up. But also, you don't need to change yourself. You don't need to change yourself. You are amazing the way you are. You are perfect. You are the best, okay, guys? If you are a kind person, you're a genuine person, an authentic person, you are the fucking best. And don't you ever let any fucking loser on the planet Earth tell you otherwise. Because they're a bad person and they're going to stay a bad person forever. And it is sad. I actually feel sympathy for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm incapable even of that. And those people are incapable of anything, okay, guys? So, stay kind and stay awesome because you are. But also know your worth. Love ya. See you next one.